Aries for Friday. Let's see, Father, what do you have for Aries for Friday? Aries, what's going on for you? Yikes, Judgment card in reverse and the Tower card. It's somebody that just did something unforgivable, okay? It's somebody that you're just like, no, I cannot let this go. All right, let me show you what I'm looking at here. The Judgment card is in reverse. That means, hey, man, say, man, I don't forgive you. Whatever you did, it set my world on fire. I'm hearing that it created a series of events for you. Whoever this person was or whatever they did, it created a series of events for you. It's almost like something snowballed, and you're here in this era of your life because of something that somebody else did as a consequence to their action, is what I'm hearing, and you don't forgive them. But Father's asking that it's time for you to forgive them. That's the only way to graduate to the next level. That's the only way to upgrade your own life, okay? Not forgiving somebody is like drinking poison. You know, it's not hurting them, it's only hurting you. So let it go. I realize, I understand though, because it's like somebody came and lit your whole life on fire, okay? You know, I get it though, with the Tower card being here, but this is just a test. When people treat you bad, it says, the Bible says, pray for those who mistreat you. And that's just not the Bible. That's just not that religious set of texts. The rest of the texts that are religious texts all say to let things go. Forgive, 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 forgive. So make sure that you have forgiveness in your heart. Your hidden energy is the Ace of Cups and the Three of Swords. It's time to heal that heart. Whatever they did, it's time to heal from it, okay? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Put that thing to rest. Whatever it is, however you feel about them, pray for them. Because whatever they did, they didn't do it out of, I'm hearing sacrifice. It felt like they sacrificed you for their own purposes. But guess what? They're dealing with something that's way worse right now, okay? So you have to learn the lesson of letting go of things, allowing yourself to, you know, be in a place of forgiveness here when it comes to somebody here. The High Priestess, you already know this. You already know that it's time to heal. So heal that heart of yours, okay? Let that person, whatever they did, go. Understand that, you know, they all they did was create a stumbling block for themselves, okay? So let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. And understand, like I said, whatever they tried to do, it didn't work. They may have sacrificed you. They may have decided, hey, you know, I'm going to throw this person under the bus for my own gain, you know, financial or relationship-wise or whatever. But it's time that you let it go, and it's time that you forgive them, okay? Let it go. Let it flow. Forgive them, all right? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, them not know what they do. That's a Lauryn Hill song, okay? Anyways, that's what I have for you. I hope this information helped and blessed. Have a beautiful weekend, Aries. Thank you. Taurus for Friday. Hello, Taurus. Let's see, Father, what do you have for Taurus for Friday? All right, we got the Hierophant in reverse. Rebel, rebel, rebel. It's very much so giving that you are just tired of the way people are doing certain things and you're ready to just go against the grain. No matter what it feels like to them, it feels good to you. Okay, you're going on your own philosophy, on your own way of thinking, on your own path. Okay, you may even practice your religion a certain way. It's yours. You know, you might not abide by all the rules, do all the things properly. You do things in the way that makes sense to you. Rebel, okay? Because whatever they do, it doesn't make sense to your soul, is what I'm hearing. So with that being said, it's about you just, you know, really embracing who you are. You're going against the grain. This is what people want you to do, how they want you to be. And you're like, no, I meditate on my own time. I meditate my own way. Don't forget, like I always say, though, we pray to talk to God. We meditate to listen. So however you meditate, you know, you could be meditating whatever puts your soul in the mood to receive. You know, because a lot of times meditation doesn't come as people want it to come. Like I know, for instance, I'll ask the angels and stuff to send me a song. So I'll put on a song like a Pandora or something and be like, you know, how do you feel about this? And I'll ask a question, and the angels, it'll be a song that comes on and just be like, whoa, okay. You know, have you ever let music just be your therapy? That's what I'm hearing. Music be your therapy. Put on a playlist and just, you know, ask that shuffle. I call it angel shuffle. A lot of readers call it angel shuffle for a reason, because you're asking for guidance, but in your own way. Okay, this is not me getting down on my knees and praying. I mean, that could be what you do, but it's a different way of seeing things, a different way of worship, you know. Anyways, your hidden energy is the seven of Pentacles and the Strength card. Woo! The patience has got to be on 10 when it comes to you right now. Both of these cards mean patience. Okay, this is a lot of waiting that you've been doing. A lot of patience is required for your next step, your next move. See how this person is going through physical therapy and they have to like be patient with their body, be patient with their self. So with that being said, it's more of a spiritual thing. You know, you're getting spiritual surgery. Be careful, be patient on yourself. You know, don't take it too fast. You know, introduce small things and make that routine. Small things. It's one step at a time here. As I split the deck for you, Taurus, it's the Four of Wands. You could be getting help from your community where 2 or 3 are gathered. You know what I mean? Type of energy. But you could be getting help from your community, from your church community, or from people who feel the same way. You're finding your soul tribe and things like that. People that bring you value to your own life and the things that you want to do and how you want to, you know, do things spiritually. This is a spiritual upgrade. A lot of this is spirituality and how you should just be patient with your practice, okay? Whatever that is, whatever it looks like, be patient with it. That's what I have. Thank you. Gemini for Friday. All right, let's see, Father. What do you have for Gemini? Gemini for Friday. Gemini for Friday. All right, we got the Judgment card. It came up right, though. That means that you have absolutely been forgiving yourself. You've been going easy on yourself when it comes to certain things that sometimes you may do something that you don't truly agree with. You know, like when you lose your temper. All right, because I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like, oh my gosh, I just kind of lost it on somebody. I just cussed somebody out, and I know better. I know better. It's okay, because you've been very much so saying, okay, I know better, and next time I'm going to do better. You might even get to the point of like, I apologize. You know, I shouldn't have gotten myself out of my character no matter how much you're talking to me crazy. Because we got to understand and we got to realize other people's actions, other people's way of thinking, their opinion has nothing to do with you. Okay, so you don't let or allow people to project their energy on you. You just decide to respond in a way, because sometimes people be like, oh, they may be mad. You can only allow yourself to get mad. You know what I mean? I mean, the worst thing sometimes when it comes down to me, at least personally, I can share this story, thank you, Father, is that, you know, people will try to get me mad and I start laughing. Because it's funny, because it's like, oh my gosh, you're trying to make me upset? Like, I don't see the need to be upset right now, okay? I've come a long way, though, by the way. All right, I want that to be known. I wasn't always like this, calm spirit, you know? But your reaction to people, you're very much so being careful with your words, being more careful with your thoughts, being more careful with your execution and things like that. Look, the World card. You've learned some lessons. There's a completed cycle here with the World card here. And with the 3 of Wands, this is because you've been guided in the past to like just find a different way to do things, finding a different path to do things, finding something, you know, like, okay, instead of getting upset, like for instance, mine is laughing. You know, for yours, you might just walk away, or you might just decide to just listen. You know, whatever your reaction or however I don't know why I'm just hinting on reaction. That's all I keep hearing is reaction, your reaction. You're allowing yourself to really see yourself outside of yourself and then judge yourself appropriately. Constructive criticism in a good way. Okay, I could have did that better, or you know what I mean? Like that. Your hidden energy is the Emperor. Yeah, you found some discipline for sure. You have found some discipline, some self-control, some self-restraint here. So anyways, that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this information helped and blessed. Don't forget to carry that over into the weekend. Self-control, self-restraint. Okay, balance. That's what I have. Thank you so much. Cancer for Friday. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Cancer for Friday? Let's see. What do we have for Cancer for Friday, Father? King of Cups. Ooh. So many emotions. I don't know why I just heard that song by Sade where she's like, I feel like I'm the king of sorrow. King of sorrow. I'm crying everyone's tears. That's how she says it, okay? So yeah, you might be a little bit emotional. It's okay. You're a water sign. You got to understand too. You feel everything. You feel everything, and it's okay to feel, okay? You get in your feels. One of my favorite movies about feelings is Inside Out. It is so cute. It's a Disney, I think it's Pixar too, but it's a Disney movie for sure. It's on Disney Plus. Inside Out tells you, you know, sometimes we lose control of our feelings, and the King of Cups tells you, and as a reminder, to stay in control of your emotions. You know, if you're feeling sad, it's okay to feel sad, just as long as you don't stay there. All right, it's okay to cry. You can cry for 5 or 10 minutes. You give yourself a time limit. Crying all day is not how you solve anything. You can't solve any problem that way. That's where you find the balance. It's not saying that it's not okay to cry, because it's okay. Cry it out. You got to get that emotion out. To build it up and to keep it inside is only going to boil over, okay? And then you're going to cry at the most random times for the most random reasons, okay? So cry when you feel the need to cry, but understand how to balance it. Time it, you know what I mean? And then be careful, because I am seeing alcohol being involved. Be careful, because alcohol sometimes really induces things, you know? It makes things, and drugs, okay? It makes things feel like they're so much more heavier than they truly are, okay? So pay attention to those emotions, you know? And how your body's reacting to this. Your hidden energy is the Six of Cups and the World card. You could be thinking about somebody for sure, okay? Six of Cups is that reflection energy, that love energy, that past life love energy. That's what I'm seeing here. It's something about you closing a cycle when it comes to how you treat the people that you truly love here, okay? You might want to try things different next time here, okay? Thinking about them heavy this weekend, all right? I'm seeing heavy reflection, deep thoughts, because there are deep feelings here, okay? So much love. But I also see that you're not really, you know, reaching out to this person. You're just feeling you're allowing yourself to have the feelings. As I split the deck, we got the Four of Swords. It's because you're tired, you're exhausted. You might be working a lot. You need a vacation. You know, now it's not the time to really reach out to them, but you're thinking about them for real, okay? You could be just working a lot here and just totally exhausted from it, all right? So you do need to do a little rest time. Cry it out, rest it out, and then get back in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not saying you reach out to them. I'm just saying you think about them a lot, and it's causing some kind of emotions to boil over, some real big love to really show itself. That's what I have for you. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you. Leo for Friday. Let's see, Father, what do we have for Leo? Leo for Friday, we got the Ace of Swords. Okay, some clarity definitely is dropping this weekend. You have some clarity here, okay? You could have been really trying to investigate something, find the truth in something, get down to the bottom of something. I don't know. I just heard da-na-na-na-na, Inspector Gadget, da-na-na-na-na. What have you been looking at, or what have you been trying to find information on? Because I see the information coming in. I'm seeing somebody like scrolling through a library. Look, I'm a little old school or whatever, but I'm seeing somebody like going through the books, like, okay, this one, all right, you know, like research, total research. You're finding out some things for sure, and that's good. It's good because it's gonna give you clarity in your heart too. It's gonna give you clarity on a decision that you need to make. And you know, if it's about a commitment, it's gonna give you a firm decision on, all right, I've seen enough. I understand what I need to do now. Or, you know, if it's a job, like, I've looked up enough. You could be looking at reviews of a product or something to buy, or whatever it is. You know, you're finding clarity in it because you've done your research here. With the Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man, yeah, for a while it feels like you were stuck here. And so this is going to give you clarity and confidence, is what I'm seeing. Clarity and confidence coming in this weekend. Clarity and confidence. Queen of Wands here, okay? Definitely planning some things. Definitely helps with the next step and the next plan, because you feel like you've been just hanging out trying to figure out some things, okay? Just sitting away, watching the day go by. And then as I split the deck, we got the Five of Cups. We got some sadness here that you've been dealing with here as you've been in what do you call that? Limbo, okay? You might have been just struggling with some emotions and stuff like that here when it comes down to it, because you just don't know what to do. It's frustrating. I'm not seeing sadness as far as grief. I'm seeing sadness of, like, you know how people get mad or sad when they're frustrated, because it's just like, I need to know more. I need to figure this out. Oh my gosh, I'm frustrated. You know, I might drop a tear. I'm so frustrated. That's the way I'm seeing it, okay? Anyways, that is what I have for you, Leo. You know, I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much for your time. Virgo for Friday. All right, Virgo, let's see, Virgo. What do we have for Friday? We got the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, some money comes in, okay? You could be waiting on a deposit or something to hit. I'm hearing direct deposit. I'm hearing something like that. You know, you could have been waiting on some money to drop. I don't know. It's so funny because the graphic of this this chakra music that I'm listening to is a money tree, and it's like money falling from the sky. And that's so funny because I haven't really paid attention to it. I just always put on music to get my spirit in the mood of, you know, in the realm of being higher than down here. So anyways, I'm seeing this money tree. So, okay, I see you, Virgo. You've been really doing some things here in order to get financially blessed here. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups and the Fool card. I don't know what it is about this. It's making you want to like go out on a date, or want to like, you know, treat somebody to a dinner or something like that. You know, like this is going out energy. Like, hey, I'm finna go out now. I got a little change in my pocket. With the Fool card and the Knight of Cups, okay? Knight of Cups is like you're thinking about somebody. You could be going out, like I said, or, you know, staying in and just thinking about somebody real heavy. Somebody's definitely really heavily on your mind. But you're enjoying your wealth right now. You're enjoying the little things, the small things, okay? I'm just seeing that as I split the deck. We got the World card here. And that's so cute because I see somebody like, look at these two people. It's like, you know, couples in the outside, just, you know. But anyways, the World card talks about completions and closing out cycles. So you might feel like you're just finally ready for a relationship, or finally ready to, you know, like get something started or go out or do something, you know, like very sweet with somebody. I don't know. I'm just hearing sweethearts and things like that. I don't know why I'm thinking about Valentine's Day. And then I split the deck. I put the cards back and I split the deck and got the Knight of Cups again. Shut the front door, okay? Definitely thinking about somebody, and, you know, like maybe you got enough money right now to go do something, you know, save for Valentine's Day or something like that. I don't know why Valentine's Day is so heavy on my spirit right now, but that's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo, all right? I'm just seeing maybe you're just planning something for Valentine's Day. I don't know, but some kind of cycle has completed and you're stepping into something new, something brand new. It feels good and it feels right, all right? And you got some financial support just to back it up a little bit, all right? I love that. That's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you. Libra for Friday. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Libra? Libra. Oh, that came quick. 6 of Cups in reverse. Let me make sure my deck is up. It's upright. All right. 6 of Cups in reverse. All right. You might have some, you know, some issues when it comes to like dealing with your childhood wounds. Okay. Some childhood wounds might show up this weekend. I'm seeing something where it's kind of like you're trying to do something for, maybe for your kids or for your, like, you know, nieces or nephews, or for some kids in the neighborhood. But it just like, for some reason, it's bringing up bad old memories, okay? From the, like, it's making you really long for like attention and love and things like that is what I'm seeing for you, Libra. It's like, this is what it looks like when it's beautiful memories, okay? 6 of Cups, and we got the kids here, and everything's cute and everything's fine. But this is how it looks when it's kind of like, man, what happened? What happened in your childhood that's resurfacing right now? Don't forget to deal with that, all right? Don't push it down. Don't try to suppress it. Don't forget to deal with that. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Because I'm hearing it's just making you feel like, oh my gosh, I just want to give all the kids in the neighborhood or all my kids the world because I didn't have it. And that memory of not having is like really heavy right now, okay? Not having is really heavy, you know? To the point where you may even shed a tear or two. You know, I'm not seeing all full out bawl and crying, but I'm feeling like, you know, one of those happy tears, you know, like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I'm giving people what I can. I'm giving kids what I couldn't get myself. You know, if you didn't have a childhood growing up, if you didn't really, you know, was able to just kind of just be a kid, you know, that kind of thing can bring tears to your eyes in a way, you know, bringing up old memories. Like I said, your hidden energy is the 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, like I said, giving back some things that you didn't get when you were a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? This Ace of Wands is like, I'm going to put some actions to work. I'm giving something to people here because the 6 of Pentacles talks about equal give and take. And it's like, I'm giving them what I never had, you know? And I love this because it's so cute. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, beautiful childhood memories. But like I said, you could be kind of sort of reflecting a bit on some of the negatives, but don't forget to focus on the positives because the positives is what got you here, okay? You have come this far by faith. A lot of things you might not have had, but it's okay because I tell people when you get a certain age, you know, if your mommy and your dad didn't give you the keys of life, it's up to you to get them yourself. You can't go through like complaining about it. Just do it, okay? Your hidden energy is the 4 of Swords. You could be very tired too this weekend, so don't forget to get some rest. But you're healing your heart in a lot of ways, okay? You're healing childhood wounds this weekend, all right? And don't forget, when you're healing, it does take a lot out of you, even though it's a spiritual thing. It does take out of your mental, and it does take a lot out of your physical being. So on top of whatever you're doing, get some rest. That's what I got. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Let's see. What do we have for Friday for Scorpio, Father? Scorpio. We got the 10 of Cups. All right. Don't let this time pass you by. Do not let this time pass you by. It's something about you needing to live in the present moment. I feel like you plan so much for the future and you do so much for future self and you're healing past self. But don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Have some good times, okay? Enjoy the moments this weekend, whatever it may be, whatever you might be doing this weekend, wherever you might be going. I feel like invitations could be coming out like, hey, come to this, do that, do this. You know, don't forget to enjoy the moment. Don't say no just because you've been working all weekend. Okay, yeah, but what do you work for? You work so you can enjoy moments, you know, of love and laughter with the people that you love, okay? Your hidden energy is the 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. You've been having a lot of things to do, a lot been going on, and a lot been going on in your mind too. I'm seeing it, Scorpio. I'm seeing a lot of things going on in your mind. You've been doing a lot of mental battles. You've been winning, but whoo, I just feel like, geez, I've been so tired. Like, I just got mentally tired. Like, my brain started hurting, for real. Not making this up. I'm not making this up. It's one of those things where you kind of get a headache and things like that. Because yeah. But 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, it's been a lot of conflict in your mind. It's been a lot of things that you've had to push back because you like, I can't think about that right now. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. I can't think about that right now. It's a lot of things that's been going on in your mind. And you like, I can't think about that. I got to work. I got to work. I got this to do. I got that to do. I got to go across town to do this. I got to do hair. I got to do da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Self-care has been really on your mind. So you've been kind of like, yeah, like I said, battling yourself. But the lovers is here. So much love, so much love. Like I said, don't forget to be with the people that you love. Enjoy time spent with them, okay? And just live in this present moment, all right? You could be like wondering or something like that when it comes to a lover or a soulmate or something like that, where you're just kind of like, you know, is this love? I mean, even if it's not, enjoy the moment. Feel it out. You gotta feel things out. You can't just keep mentally, you know, logically trying to solve the equation of love. You gotta feel it out. So don't forget to feel it, because that's the first thing that I said. Being around people that you love, enjoying small moments with each other and things like that. The lovers and the 10 of Cups. This could be about somebody that you truly want to spend the rest of your life with or something, or they want to spend the rest of their life with you. But anyways, you got a lot of things to do, and you've been doing a lot of things lately. You've been doing a lot of self-care and a lot of self-love. But just open your heart up to just being around people right now. I feel like you haven't really, you know, if you have been around people, it hasn't been an open heart. So open your heart, be around people, and enjoy the moment. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Sagittarius. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Sagittarius for Friday? Sagittarius for Friday, 8 of Swords. You've been in your head. You've been in your head for a long time. I'm hearing a long time. Why a long time? I don't know. All right. Hold on. Let me mute this. And that's so crazy because like the music was such a vibe and then it changed right when I said that. But you've been in your head with the 8 of Swords. You've been a mental prisoner. I'm a prisoner of my own mind. Who sings that? Somebody I don't listen to. Kevin Gates. I'm a prisoner of my own mind. That's what he says in the song. I feel like the walls talking to me. I feel like the walls talking to me. All right, get out of your head. And it's so crazy because that song came up and I don't really even listen to that man. But I just see the walls and stuff. That's crazy that this song came up in my head. But anyways, thank you for my clear audience. But yeah, I'm just saying that you need to let yourself out of this. You put yourself in certain positions and feel like you can't be loved or you do too much or whatever. Don't let people get into your head because you can create your own story. All right? Stop letting people box you in. I see somebody like boxed you in. Somebody said something that's just still resonating in your soul and it's not true. All right? So get out of your head when it comes to it. Whatever it could be about. All right? Turn my music back on. Your hidden energy is the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, be careful what you listen to and who you listen to. Be careful, because things can turn around at the blink of an eye. Miracles happen every day, every second of the day. If it's about your career, if it's about the person you love, if it's about your money, whatever, be careful, because the Queen of Swords comes to say, put those boundaries up. You don't need to allow people to talk to you or tell you who you are or what you're destined to be. All right? Because all that does is just rattle around in your brain and then you feel like you can't. And you feel locked in. I can't do that. I'll never be a writer. I can't do that. Somebody told me I couldn't be a writer because it takes all of this. It might have taken all of that for someone else. What about you, though? It doesn't always happen the same ways, and the same pattern doesn't always happen the same way, okay? Create your own lane. Write your own story. Your hidden energy is the Ten of Pentacles. This has a lot to do with family in your ear. Family is in your ear. Tough, man. It's because sometimes they didn't understand the things that you had to do to get where you're at. This has a lot to do with your stability as a person and supporting your own family. So yeah, listen to yourself. Don't listen to these people because they've never been in your shoes. They've never been in your position. So you can let yourself out of that box by saying, hey, I can create the stable family financially and through happiness and love that I need to see in this world. Okay, I'm destined for it. Don't let people put that in your head that you're not lucky enough to get a break. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope this helped and blessed. Capricorn for Friday. All right, let's see, Father, what do you have for Capricorn for Friday? That flipped over quick. Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. It's somebody that you're looking at and you're like, should I give this person a chance? This is what it's giving. King and Queen of Swords. Both of y'all are in y'all's head too much. But this is a couple. Y'all saw that though, right? Okay, I'm not making that up. This flips like this. I just want y'all to know I don't make anything up. I see things. And then the confirmation. But I'm seeing like a couple and you're thinking too hard and they're thinking too hard. And, you know, both of y'all's walls are up. Y'all are like, does he like me? Does she like me? Do they feel the same way? Do they feel the same way? They do, okay? Y'all are both just, you know, in your head. Y'all need to get out of your head space and get into your heart space. That heart chakra is here for a reason. It says, I love. Keep your heart open, okay, Capricorn? Something about it just feels like, oh, no, I've been hurt in the past. And the other person, the opposite person that you might be thinking about is feeling the same way. I've been hurt in the past, so I got to keep my guard up. And that's not how you win anything. I tell y'all all about that hand being out. If you close your hand, how can you receive a blessing? How can you receive anything? But when you open your hand, you run the risk of losing everything, but you could gain everything too. Okay, so look at it like that. I always say that because you can't get a blessing without sacrificing and opening up to, you know, like that. For instance, if I wanted a new couch, I can't get a new couch without getting rid of this one first. I got to clear this out first. Okay, I could always get a new couch and then have it crowded in here, but you know what I mean? Like, I have to get rid of something first in order to get something better. Upgrade, okay? So, yeah, your hidden energy is the High Priestess and the Sun. Y'all both know that this is going to be a happy, loving connection here. I'm just seeing so much love, so much happiness. Y'all both feel it. Your intuition is on point. However, your head is just, I don't know. Do they like me? Do they want to be with me? Do they want to call me? Do they think I'm... It's so many questions, you know, that y'all are both having because of just, you know, past stuff. King of Swords, like I said, it's a dynamic couple. Y'all are both on the same page, and it's so funny. Queen of Swords, I don't know about him. She's saying, I don't know. He's saying, I don't know. But y'all both truly know. Look, the High Priestess is here. Y'all both truly know. Listen to your heart, okay? As I split the deck of Three of Swords, it has to be some healing going on. Y'all both need to heal and love. Heal and love on each other because this is true happiness. This is what it looks like. It's okay to open yourself and let go to receive the ultimate happiness, okay? So heal from the past. Whatever happened in the past happened and it made you stronger in order to be here, all right? Heal from the past. That's what I got for you. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Aquarius for Friday. Hello. All right, let's see, Aquarius. What's going on? What's going on, Father? What do you got for Aquarius for Friday? All right, we got the Eight of Wands. Things are happening fast, okay? Woo. I just heard woo. Because look how the card looks, too. I told y'all the Eight of Wands is that quick, fast, rapid change, okay? I love these different decks because it always just reiterates and tells the story, okay? You are on a roller coaster of a ride, highs and lows, okay? But right now, it's feeling a bit high. It's feeling like good. It's feeling like, all right, things are getting better. But prepare yourself, brace yourself, because changes are necessary. And in order to have change, you got to have change. You got to just learn how to adapt, all right? It's not about the high or the low. It's adapting to the scenario. Okay, bars. Okay, fathers, bars. That rhymed. That's why I'm saying bars, y'all. Anyways, your hidden energy is the Emperor and the Empress. Divine couple, divine union. Look at at these two. These are the two. There's just like the High Priestess and the Hierophant, and then there's the Empress and the Emperor, and y'all got the Empress and the Emperor. Okay, look at that. Just definitely both of y'all, masculine and feminine, y'all are both working on yourself, and this change is necessary. This change is happening, and it's some good change. Taking care of yourself, feeling better about yourself, feeling good. This is the high. This is this is feeling great, you know? And then that brings in and invites somebody who's equally yoked, okay? So when you start to invite happiness into your life, when you start to take care of yourself, when you start to look good and feel good, you invite people who look good and feel good. All right, have you ever noticed, because I know I have, you know, thank you, Father, because I am going to tell my story. I've noticed where it's been like, you know, when I'm at my low and I'm drinking and I'm hanging with people who drink, and then we all just in the dark drinking, you know, listening to music, doing low stuff, you know, low energy stuff. But when you're on a high, you meet the people that just have the energy and the love and all the support, and, you know, life is brighter, the people are brighter. So this is what you're attracting, okay? Because you're brighter, because you're getting happier, because your mood is picking up, you're inviting someone who is equally yoked, someone who is absolutely working on themselves as well, someone who's healing as well. So, and you don't have to be masculine, feminine, or, you know, looking for a masculine, whatever. Take it how it resonates. Your person is going to be your equal, your partner, okay? They're going to make sense, all right? Because that's what you're inviting in, somebody who's on your level. So keep climbing, all right, Aquarius? As I split the deck, we got the Three of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants a very good partnership, who wants to help you through anything that you want to do. They got your back here, okay? And this is the angels working in the background, making sure that this happens, all right? Because you've been healing and you've been elevating. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. I love that. Anyways, have a beautiful weekend. Thank you so much. Pisces, hello. Okay, let's see what Father has for you for Friday, Pisces. Pisces for Friday. All right, we got the Lovers. Love is on the brain. All right, I feel like you've been really working on your love life here, okay? You've been really mastering some things when it comes to your love life. Some things in your past is making a bit of sense, and you're learning lessons when it comes to love, Pisces. I'm seeing the lessons being learned here. You're learning to be a better person when it comes to a relationship, because it's not always about the other person. It's not about what they did to you or what happened to you or whatever. It's about you being a better person going forward. If you saw yourself losing control in your last relationship, I see that you're building up to be a better person in your reactions, in your thoughtfulness, in your care, in your giving, being a better partner. But first, you got to be a better person to be a better partner. All right, I see it. I love it. Thank you, Father. All right, the Lovers. Okay, so in love. So in love. What she say? I'll give it all away. Just don't tell nobody tomorrow. Okay, we got the Seven of Pentacles and the Emperor as your hidden energy. I'm telling you, stable love. This is love that is intentional. This is love that's learning to, you know, be that stable person, the provider, or whatever, you know, making sure that you take care of somebody just like you would take care of yourself, and learning to not accept nothing less than that. A stable, loving connection. If they really rock with you, you're learning so much loyalty, so much discipline when it comes to your love life. Your love life is improving, like I said. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's been a long time. It's been a lot of patience that's been required. But each and every step of the way, you get an award. Each and every step of the way, you get rewarded for it, you know? But this is long-term love. Look how the Seven of Pentacles is about growing together, loving together, you know? All of that, you know? As I split the deck, we got the King of Cups. So much love here. It is so much love here. It's crazy. You are pouring out with love. You love somebody down. You know, y'all done been through some things. And if that's not the case, if you're single, you learning that going through things doesn't make you weak. Going through things actually builds you up. Like I keep saying, I keep seeing the lessons that you've learned. And that's crazy because you a decorated lover. Lesson after lesson after lesson you're learning. Instead of, you know, I feel like immature you, old you, used to be like, oh, they don't like me? Okay, F them there. Next. And now you're like, nah, not next. Let me see what this goes. Let me see what I got to do to work on this, to make this work, to make this happen, because you're in love. Anyways, that's what I got for you. I hope this helped and blessed. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend, Pisces. Thank you.